You get lost in your imperfections. You get lost in the things you want. But if you slow down for just 1 second, you might feel way better than you thought. And if you took a second to breathe, took a minute to cry, well, maybe you would see that all this time I've been right here. Maybe I know it, life can get hard, keep going. I just wanna be the one you need right now. Baby, would you turn and look at me right now? Me right now. What's going on? You can tell me everything that's going wrong. Only say the word will disappear somehow. All we gotta do is be right here, right now. Right now. Maybe we could go and find a view if we need some entertainment. But we don't have to hurry, cause our conversation's always entertaining. And if you just want me to listen, I can do that too. Because all that I can do for you, I'll do. Oh yeah, baby, I know it. Life can get hard, keep going. I just wanna be the one you need right now. Baby, would you turn and look at me right now? Me right now. What's going on? You can tell me everything that's going wrong. Only say the word will disappear somehow. All we gotta do is be right here, right now. Right now. Baby, I know it. Life can get hard, keep going. I just wanna be the one you need right now. Baby, would you turn and look at me right now? Me right now. What's going on? You can tell me everything that's going wrong. Only say the word will disappear somehow. All we gotta do is be right here, right now. Right now.
What is happening, everybody? I know the screen is looking a little bit it's looking a little bit less bright than it normally does. Carrie is getting something to drink, and she'll be here any moment. I know that's why everybody comes to hang out anyway. They all want to see what Carrie's up to. Hey, I'm going to just say hello to everybody. Steven, how you doing? Night Train over there on that other dog and pony show. Back to good. Hello. And
I made it.
Slightly acerbic. You made it.
What's up?
Lark's Homesteadish.
Hey,
how's it
guys.
going? Sleep soundly. Hello, hello. Almost homesteading. You guys all made it here.
That's awesome.
Before half of the crew of this live stream did.
Major points.
Thank you for coming to our sTEaD Talk. sTEaD Talks is the live stream where we talk about everything homesteading, off-grid living, life, there seems to be a lot of cooking.
The pursuit of happiness.
Pursuit of happiness. Lots of recipes get shared here. It's pretty phenomenal. And if that sounds better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick, then you found the right live stream.
Welcome.
Hey.
Jordy, welcome to our sTEaD Talk.
Welcome to our sTEaD Talk. Yeah. Lisa Schenkel.
Right on.
Yeah, nice to see you.
Yeah.
Now we there was almost a little bit of dancing there when she was trying to get in the room here. Mike Kane, hello, how you doing, bud?
Hey, Mike.
It has been a crazy week, and one of the things that I'll want to talk about tonight. A crazy good.
It was crazy good.
It was crazy good.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, almost homesteading. Yep, the pursuit of freeze-dried Skittles.
Oh.
That is a major topic of this live stream. And
I really want to do the junior mints.
oh yeah, I think
Peppermint first. I know you can't do chocolate.
We'll figure it out.
But I would still love to do that.
Lisa's from Bama.
Nice.
And the Goon. Wow, live just found your TikTok.
Oh, right on.
Sweet. Yeah, we were on our TikTok live just a moment ago. And yeah, Lark's she's going to be spamming the chat with "Told you so." We've got some stories to talk to you guys about, which are pretty cool. We'll get to those in the later. But one of the things I want to talk tonight about is what is it? Oh yeah, bartering. Yeah, and what my idea of bartering actually is. Because if you're going to live off grid, you got to know how to barter, and you got to know how to set values for what you're bartering. And also, some of the rules of the old horse trading, as they say. Mm-hmm. Right? So we'll get with that. Broken Hearts Ministry, Gail. Hello.
Nice. Hello there.
And the Goon trying to get out of the Los Angeles. We did escape the Los Angeles area not too long ago. I spent a couple of years down there working. And your description is apt. It certainly is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we actually, our set of Dutch ovens was stolen from up here. It was in our fifth wheel that was stolen. So we don't have new ones yet, but I do have some other cool stuff, which we'll talk about tonight. Yeah. So what's been going on with you?
Oh, hanging out actually. So, the boys and I have been playing catch baseball, and then we have this little baseball bat, and I was like, okay, they're at an age now where I can
where they can do some damage with that.
Well, they could do damage for sure, kind of, but where I could actually trust them to follow very strict rules so no one gets hurt. And oh man, Vegas is it's his favorite thing now. Mm-hmm. Mommy, will you pitch? And this is pitching. They're 5.
Yeah.
And he's got this awesome swing. So until we get a little T-ball stand, which I've already picked one out.
Yes.
I found a PVC pipe and then stuck it in the ground with a crate over it so it'd hold it ish. But so give it an extra stability.
You know who she's married to.
And so
after you see something like that happening.
So he's just all chink. Yeah.
Yeah. They're loving it.
Yeah. That's been sort of one of the highlights this week that I've been up to.
Yeah.
And the huge cooking, cleaning.
Broken Hearts, it's a blast. We have a blast over here. Lots and lots and lots of laughing. See, we'll even put your stuff up on the screen here. So, yeah,
awesome.
Welcome, and we hope you have a great time, and you'll join us on our Wednesdays.
Yeah.
This is a very interesting to me right here. Sleep Soundly is the YouTube I tried to make. Then I learned editing is a nightmare. Sleep Soundly. I happen to be an editor. That's what that's our small business. Is I do editing, and then for podcasts and that kind of stuff. And
crazy.
Your hair's all crazy.
It's crazy.
It's perfect. And then she does. Now it's perfect. And then she does all of the posting of social media stuff for those same podcasts that we edit. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look at all those hearts.
I've never seen that.
I've never seen that before either. You guys are amazing.
Oh,
You're teaching me stuff all the time.
I didn't know that. I did that. We've been at this one longer.
We think you're the coolest.
Oh, thanks.
Anyone trying to escape Los Angeles is cool in my book.
Toads.
Steven, yeah, the oven's coming along. We're almost done with it. I wanted to be done with it this last weekend, but it looks like maybe this coming weekend. Yeah.
Yeah. It's been we made a little progress.
Yeah. Yeah, sleep soundly. Bartering and trade of skills and goods is going to be very important because who has a wheelbarrow big enough to carry that kind of cash if you're going to go and buy a loaf of bread someday? You know.
Speaking of bread.
Speaking of bread,
I cannot wait to make big old giant French bread loaves in the oven.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty phenomenal.
Brooklyn is really excited about that too.
I'm really excited that you guys are really excited.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just have to get a good recipe.
Yeah. Slightly acerbic. We had a tire filled with concrete and a metal pole through the center when I was a kid. Yeah, that would work. And we have some tires laying around, let me tell you.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, first time in the blue Ube. Yeah, you know, it's
actually say YouTube.
Now we can say YouTube, but on the other platform that rhymes with click clock, we say Bluetooth or blue Ube or whatever words we can come up with on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ghost towns, bone saws, and storage unit sorting. It's entertaining if nothing else. Yeah. Let me promise you something. You may not learn anything during this live stream, but you're probably going to laugh. I'll tell you that much. Hey, always, Mama Owl. What's up?
Hey.
Thank you for coming to our sTEaD Talk.
Yeah. I hope things are going well for you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to get an update from you on how things are going. We have been I mean, our last week has been insane, and we'll get into it in just a second. And so I am so out of touch with everybody. I think Larks just came across what was happening with us and was like, told you so. And so we'll get to that. I do want to just do a quick little before we get more into the chat, I want to do a quick channel update because there is some movement. We're starting to get some more people that are coming around and hanging out. They're all from the Click Clock, I believe. And it's been a blast. It has been a blast. So we're up to 748, but this hasn't refreshed on the subscribers. We're up to 86 videos over here, and we're all about having that good fun.
Good fun.
Good fun.
Good fun.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. That was it was Kurt Russell?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the eye patch. It was fantastic. That was just good cinema. Good cinema. Uh-huh. Let's see. Yeah, all those things are yummy. Mm-hmm. Lisa. Mm-hmm. Steven, how big is that oven? It is the lowest diameter is 72 inches. We can make one heck of a pizza. Yeah. Do we have access to homemade butter? You know, we don't currently, but all you got to do is take that cream and put it in a mason jar like this, which, you know, we'll have to find one that isn't currently being used as a cup. And then you shake it like a Polaroid picture. And it comes out real good. Mm-hmm. You're all done cooking. So good, usually you're doing something.
Yeah. Still good for you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's see. What editing software do you use? I use DaVinci Resolve, and then actually for certain things like adding text and all of that stuff, I use CapCut because on a desktop it works phenomenally well.
Yeah. But
Oh, Old Ways Gardening and Prepping. It's getting better. Was massively blessed during my last live stream. We go back to the doctor on the 7th for more testing. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're pulling in those blessings, because that we had a little bit of a blessing ourselves this week, and so it's pretty amazing. Sleep soundly. Yeah, we gotta get to 1,000. I don't know if you saw the video on our TikTok where I was saying, like, last week we had literally 400, or I said 400 followers, and literally dozens of people saw our videos. It's still kind of like that over here, but we're growing, and there's motion in the right direction, so that's good.
And we're having fun.
Like, we love our live stream over here. Everybody that's in here normally is like family, and we joke around and have a good old time. Yeah.
It is.
We're in the great state of Jefferson. Gail, do you mind if I call you Gail? And that's on the border of California and Oregon.
It is true. State of Jefferson. That's like, we would love to be our own like thing.
Yeah, we're a different world than those other two states I mentioned earlier.
But it is very ambiguous.
Lisa, yeah, the oven is super cool. It's actually not done yet. We've done a couple of heat tests on it, and then I made some changes to the burner. And now we're just doing the finish coat on the outside of it, and then it'll be ready to use.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, we probably use it a lot.
And Steven's going to bring the pizza stuff. I'll cook it.
Steven.
That's for sure. Yeah, slightly acerbic. Our old cob oven,
Yeah.
I could cook 2 turkeys and, what was it, 7 or 11 sides.
Somewhere around there. I don't know if it was.
Are there any other numbers that that rhyme? Yeah, because I did the 2 layers.
That's true.
Yeah, so
all the way into the back.
Yep.
It was delicious, though.
Do I look like a man who has done any storage cleaning lately?
No, but I came up with a really great comeback on that because I was really trying, and then suddenly it occurred to me. So here's my comeback. He hasn't heard it yet. You ready for that?
Oh, let me wait.
Okay.
Let me prepare.
Although
should I need to take a spit test?
No,
A spit test?
Huh?
A spit take.
That's
what I meant to say.
That's how your reaction's gonna be. You're gonna be, oh really?
Mm-hmm.
You did trip. I haven't said anything yet. You can put your junk in my container anytime.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I love it.
It's good, right?
That was so good.
I built it up too much. It would have been better.
No, that was perfect.
Last time.
That was perfect. It makes me, if we like randomly cut off the live stream real fast and we're just gone all of a sudden, you know what happened. So
there you go.
Oh, that's cool. There's an Amish family Sleep Soundly trades with, and they're amazing people to work with.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
They're yeah, my main experience with the Amish is from the show Letterkenny. So, they seem like a lot of fun.
We don't have any Amish community.
No Amish, no Mennonites, no nothing. There is a Buddhist temple in the town south of us.
Is that new, or has it always been there?
It's been there for 150 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there. So I hear you say, now we're cooking with gas, literally and figuratively. Mm-hmm. I used to like to say that when I'd say something like somebody would say literally, and I'd be like, well, figuratively. Yep.
Thank you. These are laughs to my comeback.
They are all fantastic. It was a good one. I mean, I wasn't expecting it.
It was quite delayed.
Yeah, I could have done a spit take on it.
Asking.
Yeah,
that was almost Homestead, right?
Either I can't remember if it was almost Homesteading or Larks. One of the two.
Yeah.
would have been one of the two that would have asked.
It was almost homesteading.
Oh yeah. Yes, love it. Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Are you guys going to do any cob housing in the future? I might do some cob like accents on things. We don't have clay here. There's like literally no clay. So we have tons of sand. And I think I might have an idea of where I can get some red clay. So maybe that might be in the future. I like the idea of cob. Yeah. I like it when there's like damage to the house and you go and like spit on some mud and you like throw some hay in and then fix the damage to the house. That sounds
great. That's the way to do it, man.
Mm-hmm.
None of these Home Depot runs.
Yeah. Just with a shovel.
You.
Yes.
Thank you.
It was good. It was good. There's a ton in the Hudson Valley where I live. Interesting. And they don't stray away from you English once. Uh-oh. Almost homesteading. My husband, aka the beloved, is watching with me, so mischief times 2 will be coming from this direction. Yes. Fantastic.
I'm holding you to that.
Yeah, I can't wait. Slightly acerbic. Maybe somebody in the chat can let you in because you've been super cool in our other live stream. We'll let you in on the old
yeah. So
inside joke.
Yeah, for those of you that weren't here last week,
it's clean.
It would have been an inside joke.
We're clean. Here. It's
an inside joke.
It wasn't in. Hey, let me just tell you. Please don't laugh at my inside joke.
I'm offended. All right, here, I'm going to give you the backstory so you can laugh along with us and not be like, I don't get it. Because I always feel like, that's so rude. And I'm on the outside of those. So, just to put it in a quick context, our
living situation.
Start. Okay.
Living situation.
When we moved back out here, the 40-foot fifth wheel was stolen where we were going to live while we fixed up this mobile home. Being that it was gone, we are all just kind of jammed inside where our bedroom is in the living room. Now, usually rooms have walls and a door. So being that our bed is basically the couch in the living room.
See these lines? You know how everybody on the live stream over on TikTok is like, why are you doing a live with your daughter? Right? I used to look a lot younger when my frustrations were able to be alleviated. If you know what I mean.
So then people were saying, oh, well, don't you have like another, like, the travel trailer you moved up in? We're like, yeah, we use it for storage for things that we're not keeping inside. So it can be, dry, but only half of it doesn't have a leak in the top. And they're like, just go arrange your storage. Tell the kids you're arranging your storage.
Yeah. So that's the
my
storage
comeback.
container
You can
joke.
Put your junk in my container anytime.
Yeah.
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 And
we get a little racy. We get a little racy. Yeah.
Inside joke, get it?
I would never ask such a thing. I just give ideas that spawn other discussion. Oh, really? I had no idea. In Alabama, is it Amish or Mennonite? Or are they friends? Because that's another thing. Back to good. You have tons of clay and little sand.
Oh,
see, together,
we ship each other.
Yeah, together we could build anything. I, unlike at Larks, have no filter stopping me from asking that.
Yes. Oh man.
Oh, it all depends on the sect of Amish or Mennonites. They still consider everyone as being English, if not with them. Gotcha.
The English.
Oh yeah, you guys got the pretty red clay, the
Mhm.
stuff that looks like terracotta.
That's cool.
Uh-huh. Hey, Homestead Aquarius, the best
Oh,
voice
what's up?
in the game.
Ever.
Thank you for coming to our sTEaD Talk.
Welcome.
You know my filter breaks from time to time. I've seen it. I've seen it break. Oh, okay, and they're all fine with business, but you're not coming to dinner. Yeah, I see.
Oh, I see. Oh,
Yeah, the puns and the
Interesting.
innuendos will be rolling for this for sure.
now we're getting caught up.
Ba-dum-bum.
It's one of these.
I see.
I know.
Yeah.
It was,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you're like, I didn't need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we try to we seek to live with the truth here, bud. And so when something like that comes up, we just got to do it, you know.
Yeah.
I'll rephrase next time. I just got home and it's time to eat. You'll be lurking. I bet you're barbecuing something up good.
Yep. Good laughs.
Yeah, there's a barter. One brings sand, one other bring clay.
Mhm.
Exchangey changey.
Man.
Ipso facto cob. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can already tell this is gonna be an Amish episode. Indiana has tons of Amish, a few Mennonites here and there. Interesting.
I didn't know.
Alabama has tons of clay, so does Georgia. Yeah. Let's see, tons of Amish here in Kentucky. Really? I'm surprised then that there's really none here.
Wow. Really nice land out there with
Yeah.
that. Interesting.
Interesting.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. You better not be barbecuing your gold coin. Oh, did you win the Pizza McQuaddy challenge there, Lark's Homesteadish? Yeah, we're gonna get into trade in just a second. I want to do a little segment that we like to do here, which I think it's the perfect time to do right now, called it's super weird.
So weird.
Whatever, it's weird. Deal with it. I used to justify it, but now I'm like, it's weird and it's staying. So
I'm like, it's so weird.
I want to show you guys something that happened for us this week and tell you a little story. So we bought our property owner financed, and I was looking around at the world and I thought to myself, man, there's some crazy stuff happening out here and things are getting sideways, and I wanted to try and help. So I made a video that kind of expressed my feelings about that. And then I started talking about how to acquire off-grid land. And so this is going to be backwards, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. So we started putting up these videos on TikTok. Now, mind you, 5 days ago, we had 400 followers on TikTok and we had 450 followers here on YouTube. And then these videos, oh, you can't see. Well, anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos in total that ended up getting just shy of 1 million views. I had no idea that people were this interested in finding off-grid land and actually going. I always kind of thought of it as like people just want to see how other people live. So anybody that does watch our videos is really just doing it for entertainment. And then the followers on TikTok started growing. And we're currently at exactly 32,000. Here, let me see if I can. 32,000 followers on TikTok. And
Crazy.
it's unbelievable. And the amount of comments and questions, and I tried to do everything I could to possibly help everybody. And you guys know how I am. I'm going to try and answer every comment and read everything that people send me in messages and all of that stuff. And it's been a little exhausting, but it has been so much fun to talk to that many people. And we've been going live on TikTok, and the lives are ending up with 31,000 views, or, I think our highest one was 36,000 views. And so it has just been crazy. So one of the videos that I did, I talked about the platform that we bought our property off of. Now, we still have a payment with them. And somebody that saw the video tagged the platform that I talked about. And they, after trying to figure out why are we getting all these leads from TikTok, and then who is this Kin Homestead guy, they ended up reaching out to me. And the lady that called was the same lady that I bought the property from 12 years ago, right? That I entered into contract with. So they ended up, out of the kindness of their own hearts, because we didn't ask them for anything. We didn't even tell them we were doing it. But I think somewhere around I don't know, from what I could tell, it looked like 4,000 new members on their site. And we could see the number of properties they had to sell go down. I think it was by 11 or 12. So just as a thank you, they paid all of our payments on the land until the end of the year. They lowered our interest rate from 12% to 6%. They knocked $1,000 off of the cost of our property, and then rewrote the contract and everything else so that it was based on this new amount, which is going to save us, I think I did the math over, if we were just to make the minimum payments, which we don't, but it would have been, I don't know, I think it was $6,000 or $7,000, right? And so, one, I would just like to acknowledge one thing here. I gotta find it though, and it's really, really important, because a few weeks back, here it is. Larks told me and told everybody that this was going to happen at some point for us, and she told us so. I'm blown away by the whole experience of it, and I kind of have a new drive to make videos again, because I was really digging doing the live streams, but the videos are so much work. But now I'm okay, we are actually contacting people and we are helping people. The amount of messages I got hey, we finally found the property that we wanted and we put a bid in on it. We purchased the property that so many people. And I was just oh my gosh. So it actually felt super amazing. So anyway, that is the little thing that happened to us this week that brought us so much in the way of joy. And so I would just like to encourage you all to look for the little things and let them make you smile, smell the roses.
I'd like to say
all that
something
stuff.
on that.
Yeah,
too.
Go for it. Please
So,
do. Add to it.
Well, what I thought was I don't know, you're always kind of, for those of you that also do YouTube and have your channels and you're growing and you're building them and creating on that, I don't know, for us doing that, for me, it was your audience, and it's this really small niche, right? And it was I felt like it was homesteader to homesteader. And I'm like, well, where there's so many how to on so many things that we're still learning. I'm like, well, we're learning from them, right? So, like, where is that? And then to have the videos Jason put out be like this massive amount of people that are so wanting the life, so wanting to be off grid or to homestead and start these new lives and adventures and get out of the city was like this whole new world that I didn't know, for one, that there were people that so many people that wanted that. So that's what I have found has been amazing, and doing the lives and talking to people who are like, you guys have inspired me. Like, we were just talking about this. We're looking into doing it more, or we bought our land. Is like,
Yeah, it's
it's
overwhelming.
There's
actually.
just these life-changing things that have happened for people as a result of just coming across our video.
Yeah.
And it's so cool. Like, that makes me really happy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And like I said before, Larks told us so.
I don't know. I never really knew what to expect. So.
Yeah. So anyway, let's talk about bartering.
Yeah.
Let's actually catch up with the chat real quick.
Yeah.
The first one is, what are your thoughts on the bartering
There
you
we
wanted
go.
to talk about? Yep. Do. We'll get to that in just a moment. Old ways. Be right back.
He's probably back.
He's probably back by now, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, a different challenge. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. But you have goals. That's funny.
Nice. Yeah. We're going to just catch up.
We're going through. I'm reading all of your guys' stuff. Slightly acerbic. Near my mother's house, there are a number of artists that use locally sourced clay or clay they pulled up from their own property. I have a couple pieces, coffee mugs mostly, and I love them.
Oh, that's really cool.
Beautiful. Yeah. Oh, Diva in the Dirt won the Pizza McQuaddy. She got that pizza oven. That's what's up right there. And Steven's been thinking about going to Kentucky. Nice to know the Amish are putting their property for sale.
Interesting.
Yeah, my brother just bought a property out in that neck of the woods. So
Cool.
yeah. That could be a graphic aspire.
It's something.
It's something.
All right.
Yeah, Homestead Aquarius. That's crazy, right? Crazy grats. Yeah, thank you so much. It's been interesting. And then also now it's opened up a bunch of new things that I didn't even know existed on that platform. Which we'll talk about some other time, but we're going to get to the bartering thing. People are chomping at the bit. They want to know what I'm going to trade with them. Sleep soundly. That's amazing, guys. You deserve good things in life. Thank you so much.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, and it just goes to show you, if you just do what you love and you do it for the sake of loving it and wanting to help other people with the information, it all kind of heads in the right direction. Yeah, people have been having great success over there, but I haven't tried it yet. I hate social media, so it's hard when trying to grow on YT. Yeah, I understand completely.
Totally.
Booyaka. Booyaka. Yeah, that was incredible. And the thing that happened with the platform, they're called billyland.com. It was like, what? Because I wasn't expecting anything. They just reached out and said, "Hey, we want to thank you over the phone. Can you give us a call?" And that's what they told me. So yeah. Yep. Wow. Blessing around just by mentioning them in a TikTok. Yep.
Yeah.
And I even said their website looked janky. But
Which is kind of a nice just preface, like, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to go there. It's going to look janky. Don't worry about it. Just go.
But, they're good at what they do.
Yeah. Good things happen to good people. Just make sure the bodies aren't on your land. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Yeah,
Need some
thank
pigs. Yeah. I'm kidding.
you. Yeah, we definitely need pigs. All right, Mama Owl's back.
Nice.
Not all over America. There's 18 states, 54 counties, and they seem to be going fast.
And they get more.
They get more in.
You can always check back and see if there's some in an area that you're.
Yeah, that you're more interested in. Yep. I checked out their website earlier.
Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really awesome.
Yeah.
It was totally unexpected.
Yeah.
Let's see, not all states. Yeah, not all states. I do have a link for them, but it's just billyland.com. I'm not like seeking a sponsorship with them or going to do a link or anything else like that. So many people were like, yeah, we saw you on Kin Homestead. Kin Homestead. Kin Homestead. The lady I talked to was like, I've heard your name 10,000 times today. Like,
It's so crazy.
Yeah, it's billyland.com, like Billy Goat, but billyland.com. .com. Sleep soundly. I hope you sleep soundly. Gotta head to bed, you guys. Have a good night. You have a fantastic night. Thanks for coming to our sTEaD talk.
I don't know why I want to say thanks for stopping by.
Yeah. You stay classy, America.
Straight out of Anchorman, which I do love that movie.
Hey, Ozark Family Homestead.
Oh, hi.
How's it going?
Welcome.
Sean, you're never late. You're just on time. And thank you for coming to our sTEaD talk.
Yes.
Just came inside the house. Kick your shoes off. And hang out with us. Yeah, so we're going to be talking about bartering here in just a second. So Old Ways Garden, she's giving gardening and prepping. Mama Owl is giving me a nice segue into. She's an old school barterer here, used to trade using a trade blanket. Sweet. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we could actually use it as a kiln. It would have the ability to get about that hot. What's up, dude? We got Jackie Boy in the house. Oh yeah, they're amazing. Actually had to have or got to have a really nice talk with Sean this week. That was another little thing that brought me a lot of joy, actually. If all that other stuff hadn't have been happening, that would have definitely have been the thing.
Uh-huh.
You guys are still looking for land in Arizona.
Oh,
so we'll check. They do have land in Arizona.
Yeah, I think they do have a couple listings. Oh,
that's so cool. I'm so glad. You're like 10,000 times ahead of the rest of the civilization on how to do stuff if you have seen all of their videos. Wow, that's fantastic.
That's awesome.
Yeah, okay, so let's talk about bartering, guys. Jackson has a question. Go. So I did a TikTok actually today on the skills that you need to be able to live off grid. One of the biggest things that was a culture shock for me when we came out here was how much bartering and horse trading there was going on all the time. It was actually like strange, because we didn't have any money. So I was like, well, how do we do this? What's the value of my time? What's the value of what I'm trying to get from you? And you know, I will say that on a couple occasions, I got the short end of the stick on that. like the real, like I didn't even end up getting the thing that I was working the week's worth of work for.
Or early on miscommunications about what was being
Promised or expected.
Yeah.
And so it was an interesting kind of, I needed to come to grips with it, but there's so much more bartering happening than people buying and selling things back and forth that it was something I needed to get good at fast. And what it really came down to was we didn't have any stuff. Okay. And I had always thought of bartering as, you know, you have chickens, I have goats, give me 5 of your chickens, I'll give you a goat. You know what I mean? Like that's how I always thought of bartering was done, right? Oh yeah, Stephen, that's a great question. I did fix the tank. It's full of water now and it's not all cracked up. And then I realized that I actually had a bunch of skills. And skills are the things that have the most value when it comes to bartering, right? So with stuff, you got to have a pile of things. Well, how did you accumulate that pile of things? More than likely, you traded either something from that pile of things for more things to put into that pile of things, or you did some work and you got something you thought you really needed, but then it just sat in a pile there because you didn't really need it. And I'll tell you, when you're trading stuff, that stuff can really pile up and make a huge mess. Well, the first thing that I realized about skills was they're incredibly lightweight and you can take them anywhere, right? They're easy to pack, as I said in the other video. And for example, and Stephen was just asking about this, today I went and did a plastic welding job for the gentleman who is our water tenor, the guy that brings us, 4,000 gallons of water at a time. And I had to just kind of stop and reflect on it. Like when I used to barter, it was a circus, and I never knew if I was getting the short end of the stick or not. But now I have kind of a system of, well, how much is that worth? It's worth $200. Okay. If I'm going to weld, I'm going to charge $50 an hour. So is that 4 hours worth of work? Yeah, that's perfect. And the thing that I learned many years ago was the most important part of bartering was sticking to your word. And I knew this concept because I was on the receiving end of somebody not keeping their word. And then I kind of looked at how many people I told the story about, and now it's thousands of people have seen the story because I've talked about it in videos, right? And I thought, wow, if they knew who that person was, that person's reputation would be destroyed. So now, my first policy, the very first policy I have in any bartering is, can I actually accomplish what it is that this person is trading with me for, right? And because in a rural town, you are going to get a name real fast. You're either the guy that tries to screw everybody over, or you're the guy that trades fair, or you're the guy that trades in abundance, which is what I try to be. I'm going to try and give more than I take because there's always going to be somebody offering to give so that I can give. You know what I mean? There's always going to be somebody offering to trade with me if I maintain that level of exchange where I try to give just a little more than they have to give, And so I want to hear you guys' thoughts on bartering. Do you guys barter? What are the things that you've bartered? What skills do you have that you could barter? Let's just say money went away tomorrow, which it's not unlikely that could happen, right? Maybe not tomorrow, but end of business week. That's there, So I want to hear in the comments from you guys, what do you barter? And I'm going to leave my part of this talk with an interesting anecdote about bartering. The house we are in right now, the single wide mobile, which you have all heard amazing stories about me trying to pull up this ridiculous sand hill. We actually bartered for this house for, it was about like 12 music lessons. It was only one. Was it once a week?
Yeah, I gave the wife always wanted to learn how to play piano, and he's like, my wife's a music teacher. I gave her piano lessons for a year every week.
Oh, okay.
Unless there was something that, we needed to
that came up.
But yeah. And she was thrilled, like learned how to write her own music. Like, loved it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't just have to be like welding and mechanicking and electrical, plumbing, trades, and those sorts of things. It can actually be really anything that has value between two, people that are trying to make a transaction. So, yeah, I want to hear all about it. Awesome. I'm going to get down here. Custom screen printing. How's it going? Hey. It's a long time no see. Welcome to our sTEaD Talk. Okay, Steven has some bartering experience. I would build gazebos for stuff long ago, but they had to buy the material. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that is a good way too. Is to make sure that you're just bartering the labor. Yeah. Mama Owl helped a sister tear down an old trailer. Got all the building material that was still good. Windows, doors, and plumbing supplies for my time. Nice. Fantastic. Almost homesteading. I've bartered social media management for several things. Cool. That's awesome. I didn't know that's what you did. Almost homesteading. That's fantastic.
Nice.
All right. We've been bartering during our monthly homestead ladies meeting. Plants, pecans, eggs, milk, all kinds of other stuff.
That's awesome.
That's fantastic. Now,
super cool.
Now, I'm assuming this is Janice. You have so many skills, like the different things that you do. Mm-hmm. I would be surprised if there wasn't a very good bartering market just for you to show people how to do things. Well, I know for sure. That's what is going crazy on YouTube,
Yeah, that would be so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, we're gonna hang out and learn something.
Yeah. That was a powerful barter. Yeah. That was fantastic. Really cool. I also added in on that. I forgot actually about this, but added in on that particular barter was I hooked up their solar. They had everything run. They just didn't want to be the people that hooked up the breaker and then turned on the inverter. And I was like, okay, good. So.
And what's interesting, I think, about that too, is they didn't ask for anything in return. They just,
we insisted on exchanging.
We wanted it and could take it off. It was ours. And that was that. And Jason was like, well, do you need any electrical work? My wife's a music teacher. So we wanted to offer something in exchange for a still intact.
For a house. Yeah. Yeah, because it's actually the exchange between parties that keeps a good working relationship going. Whether it's exchanging communication between your partner and you, or it's exchanging jokes with your friends or whatever. It's when you can outflow something and inflow something, not one or the other, that things actually kind of stick together. Let's see what else we got here. Custom screen printing. I print the shirts that business wear, my friend. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Absolutely. Slightly acerbic. Years ago, I saw a video about someone trading up from a paperclip to a house. some of the things he traded were intangibles.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Wow.
and that's the thing. Intangibles are very lightweight. They're easy to carry across state lines, and no one can take them away from you. And so I don't know. It seems like to me, that's where you can. And I know a lot of people who are just brilliant at things. They're brilliant at auto body work, or they're brilliant at roofing or framing, or there's these brilliant people and they have no money, but they could get anything they want. Zig Ziglar said you could get anything you want so long as you help enough other people get what they want. And I think that's what has been lost in our economy, right? And now it's just a scramble to just gather these little bits of paper, these what does Dave Ramsey call them? Certificates of participation. That's what they are, you know.
That's funny.
And so I barter witty comments for laughs, and I am willing to exchange with you in abundance on that. Let me tell you. Yeah, Lisa, bartering is a great way to do things nowadays. You know, and also your skills have an intrinsic value. As our dollar inflates and gets more and more debased, what is actually happening is, you know, that entire thing is a tax, and you don't actually see it. It's an invisible tax that is taken from the value of the money you've saved. Well, the value intrinsically of, you know, installing solar or unclogging a toilet or fixing a person's water tank that is desperately needed, like what I did today. The intrinsic value of that doesn't change in comparison to what they traded with you. It only changes in comparison to the value of a little piece of paper that is a concept backed up by an ever shrinking amount of confidence in a government. That's what money is, you know? So anyway, I'm on a soapbox. This is me on my most soapbox. Yeah, this is a great point. You need to be like Ozark and start a ladies group. But I dislike people. You know, you might just find a whole group of people who dislike people, and you'll have a fantastic time.
Or, you know, people that
you just need the right
gel
people
with. Yeah. Which I understand is
you love all of us, you know. So imagine having a ladies group with all of us, only, you know, not me. Actually, me, Sean from Ozark, Homestead Aquarius, slightly acerbic, we'll all just go and get a beer, you know? And you guys do the ladies group thing.
I'll ask everybody questions.
Yeah, she's a good question answer.
and share some music.
Oh, look at that. But I also give eggs to my neighbors, and they started bringing my garbage cans up every week. So that's really a barter. Cool. Yeah.
Nice.
It's exchange.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a way to exchange value between people. And I think it's going to be a skill that if people don't understand how to do, one, if they move to an off-grid situation where it's a very tight, small community where they have resources but they don't have money, they're going to fail to be able to exchange in that community. And then two, there's a good chance that all of this stuff is going to be obligatory here pretty soon. And I don't know, in my opinion, it's looking more and more like that. Need to start bartering with Janice for some of that jam.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Mama Owl barters for stones, plants, seeds, jars, protection, and so much more. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's it. See, all of these things, it's value traded for value. It was 14 trades from paperclip to house. The final trade was a role in a movie for the house.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh my gosh. That's
nice.
That's awesome.
That is really cool.
Yeah. You know, that might be a really interesting concept for some YouTube videos. like actually going out and videoing the bartering transaction and how it all comes together. And, you know, two gentlemen on a farm being their most horse traderish, you know. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
My neighbor gives me his rainwater collection water in exchange for my surplus veggies.
Cool.
That's something I never even thought of.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Now here's what I want you to kind of think about, right? So these some of these trades are based on things that you have that you can trade to others. But what skills do you have? What skills could you, if you had to just get up and leave and go somewhere else, what skills could you trade with the people in that place? And yeah, so I want to hear that too. Oh, interesting. Now recently I've been making flower arrangements for the local florist for money and some other stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, see?
That's really cool.
Exchanging value. Hey, Mike. Yeah, good night, man. That's 10 p.m. there. Z's time. Thanks for coming to our STEAD talk. Let's see what Mama Owl says. Yes, many times I have had to tell people, no, you need to get a few more things for it to be fair. They usually look at me like I am crazy. I fully believe in fairness and not cheating people. It's like, I mean, you know, whether you believe in karma or not, it's practically Newtonian physics. You know, the opposite and equal reaction, right? So, you know, you screw somebody over, that's going to come back to you. It's not going to be them necessarily, but it will, you know. And you may be hit with the overcoming of inertia when it comes back around. It really is. It's math.
Yeah.
Yeah. Karma is math. There you go. Ozark Family Homestead. We currently have a Facebook page for the local ladies, and they'll post when they have things available. We're also preparing a written record of local resources in our area, not online, but on paper.
That's really cool.
That is really cool. That's going to be very useful to a lot of people.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. I have an introverts group. We agree not to communicate, and we're always busy when the meetings are scheduled. Then we know who sells, barters sheep or milk or produce from their gardens. It's a handy directory to have. Yeah, that's great.
So
we should actually do that out here because there's a lot of people that have a lot of stuff to trade out here.
Yeah.
See, almost homesteading?
Yeah.
It's a match made in heaven.
Oh, that's funny.
See, this is looking more and more perfect. Slightly acerbic. Last week we actually, and the week before, we actually talked about buying a ghost town because we thought that we would all pretty much get along, and then that would be phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
That's maybe or not. I will see you then, or I will see you at another time.
Yeah. Oh.
Ooh, that's a really good idea. We could do that in global gardening and homesteading. Yeah, bartering YouTube challenge. That could be very cool, actually.
That would be really cool.
What do you say, Homestead Aquarius?
Now, it could be like, just like, what was the most awesome exchange or a trading up? That would be like a tangible trade, though.
Yeah.
As opposed to,
I don't know.
Like it.
I think we could get through it. Let's see. From Sean at Ozark Family Homestead. Some believe future trade will go back to gold and silver. I believe it will be brass and lead.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, or shells or something that it's crazy. It's crazy what's happening. If you just look, like, here's an example. A lot of people don't look at it this way, but I look at it this way. If the average household is experiencing 16% inflation, okay? Now, I know that the numbers that are totally true on the that the government puts out say 7.5% or 8%, but it is actually 16% year over year. So if you apply the rule of 72 to 16%, what is that? How many times does 16 go into 72? 1, 2, 3, like 5 times. That means every 5 years, your money that you have in your savings account is losing half of its value. Okay. So if you're not making over 16% on your money, you're losing money. So saving money doesn't make any sense. The power of the US dollar has always been that it appreciated, that saving it didn't really appreciate, but that saving it was the best hedge against losing it all, right? Because it would only be like a 2% inflation. But I think the whole concept of trading with money is just a flawed concept. When it was gold, like Sean said, when it was gold or when it was silver and it could actually be backed by something, sure. But our money is backed by an idea, backed up by confidence. That's what fiat currency is. Well, how many of us have a lot of confidence in the way that the government is working, or that it's even going to be around, in some years, right? No. I'll barter. And I'll make just enough money to pay for the things that I have to pay for with money. So, slightly acerbic. I'm too nice to be an effective horse trader. I'm too willing. Interesting. I think if you have a system for working out the value of things, then if you want to give a little extra, at least you know what the value is, and you're not getting taken for 80% of what the value is. That's how I look.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
and helping for free is like, that's just the way that neighbors should operate with each other.
Yeah.
Almost homesteading. I have the binder of medicinal plant wisdom, and I can make healthy food taste delicious. I can teach English or do social media management. But if SHTF, then those will not be valuable. And so this is kind of the realization that I wanted to kind of coax, is like, in that situation, what is a skill that you could start developing now that you could actually trade with other people, right?
I think the making the food taste delicious,
and also medicinal plant wisdom. That's always going to, you'll be the town doctor. You were supposed to be the town doctor in the ghost town that we're going to buy together. So let's see, carpenter, florist, plant grower, for local landscapers, and also landscaping when I don't drive a CMV.
Nice.
Yeah, that's so like all of that kind of stuff.
Yes.
It's interesting because the more agrarian the skills are, the more I think that we're going to be using these skills to interact with our economy here pretty soon.
Well, that's awesome, Stephen.
Well, if you can use duct tape, if you just need stitches, or we could sew it up, but you have to drink whiskey first. Hey,
perfect.
No problem.
Was the abandoned ghost town?
Is that the one on Zillow? I was actually looking on Zillow because I knew I'd seen in the past that they had a ghost town. I don't think it was. I think it was I think it was somewhere in Arkansas. But yeah, we were talking about how fun that would be. We could have elections. I'm just kidding. Oh, interesting. I made a website for our county for people to be able to know where you can get fresh beef, chicken, etc. But I found out many don't want to be listed. Interesting.
Huh. Oh.
Yeah, copper could be traded. It's such a useful metal. Like I think one of the reasons why gold and silver was, yeah, there was the rarity aspect of it, but when there were no electronics, there wasn't a lot of use for them except for jewelry, and so that was a way to show your riches because your crown could be melted down into a bunch of coins, right? Yeah, that is awesome, Janice. I love the way you like to make a list for everything. Yep. Janice has her lists.
I like doing that.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's talk about that because a bartering challenge, I think, would be really interesting to see how people went about actually accomplishing the trades, right? And if they were trying to get, you could tell a lot about a person by the way they trade with others, right? So it'd be very interesting. Let's have a conversation about that. Right, not necessarily have to be tangible. I mean, like almost homesteading can do media management and you guys do video. So could trade a tangible asset for something for a channel design or a promo. Exactly. Exactly. But I mean, in the very likely case that the old Dookie hits the rotational mechanical device, in that case, what skills are we having? And if you can't come up with an answer, that's totally fine. But realize that that is something that you could take on to improve your chances, because the world's going sideways, and we're going to need to still be able to trade with each other because we can't do it all ourselves, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, we have some changes coming up, and they'll be doing a video about it tomorrow. Sweet. So everybody check out that video. Yeah, sound money. Exactly. Because you could drop it in and you'd hear a sound, but also the other definition of sound. That's what they called it. We need to abolish the Federal Reserve and go back to a gold or silver backed dollar. Yeah, I think so. Unfortunately, if you think about, what was it, $1? I think $1 was backed by an ounce of silver, and I think it was a $20 bill that was backed by an ounce of gold. Well, that $20 bill would be worth $2,000 now. You know what I mean? That's how badly people don't even see it. It's just basic math. Yeah. What I'm trying to get at, people, is they're stealing our wealth. And that's why I won't keep money in savings. I like our emergency fund is so small because I know that by next month it's going to be so much less value. I'd rather just get the things we need now. And it causes some problems, but that's when I do a lot more bartering. There you go, buckskins. One day at a time, farmstead. What's happening?
Hey.
Thank you for coming to our stead talk. Yeah, Larks, herbal medicine will always be a valuable asset. I know a person or two that would barter with you for the for the tobacco. Yeah, and being able to heal people will always be important because
For
people
sure.
will always get hurt and they will always be sick. I was one of the biggest comments that I got that I interacted with on that video that got 500,000 views on TikTok was all of the people who were like, if it goes down, you're never going to survive because we won't have medicine and you'll die from a toothache and all of this other stuff. And it's like, no, I know people who can cure those things with natural remedies. I'm going to be fine,
We need to you need to find the ghost town just so it's like a pinpoint on a map. Because if everything does go sideways,
That's
we'll
where
all
we'll
know
go.
where to meet.
Yeah. Let's see. If a copper coin is too cheap and a gold coin be too expensive, would a silver coin be the medium of exchange? Ah. 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 I like that. I do like that. One of the podcasts that I edit has a dad joke challenge, and they're like a marketing podcast, and they have a dad joke challenge, and it's between this one guy who's known for his dad jokes and then the other host who asks Chat GPT for a dad joke. And
oh, they're so rough on him too. I always cracked up at his jokes.
I think so too. But he would love this one, and I'm going to send this one to him. Yeah. Thank you for that. Yeah, Larks is the surgeon, and I'm the assistant. I could just see Larks coming in like I don't know what to do with my hands right now, like right before you're knocking out, just to get a joke out of just to get a laugh out of everybody.
Listen, this is gonna hurt.
Yeah. All right, we're way behind on the old thing.
I think they know that's just you just are chatty.
Yeah,
so you're
chatty.
Gonna go on about something.
You know what I've been accused of in the past? Of being wordy. So.
You're only 6 minutes behind on the chat.
Oh yeah, I saw this guy. Yep, this is very true. Copper's always important. So it's such a useful thing. If in fact, if you make liquor and it's not, it isn't run through copper, you're going to end up with methanol in it. It's the copper interaction with the ethanol methanol mix that actually helps it to separate. So yeah, copper.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I've recently been bartering for tobacco. Time on their farm or carpenter work. Interesting. Skills. Lift heavy things. Reach high things. That's the same for me, bud. Same for me.
He's my guy for those things.
And every little old lady in Walmart, which I'm absolutely pleased to do. Makes me feel good. Excuse me, tall man. Could you reach that for me? And I walk up and it's like right here. Don't even have to do that. It's just right there. Yeah, $1 was a long time ago. Fiat currency can be devalued on the whims of the powerful. It is true. It is true.
As we are seeing currently.
Yep. And I'm not afraid to say that I have some hedges against that are not tangible themselves, but it's I have absolutely zero confidence in that particular system. And so if the currency is an idea backed up by confidence, I don't have any. So I'm just gonna barter. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was actually just thinking of that. If the poop did hit the fan, how would we find each other?
See,
we're just gonna have to
drop. We don't have to.
We can drop a pin and then everybody get a paper map and mark the spot, right?
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Just have to take a poll on the ones that are like, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I've been in town all week. Don't forget to tip your waitress. Yeah, I have. I actually have enough to make a reflux, dual reflux, still, which is something that I'll do, and I'll actually TIG weld it. I won't solder it. I'll TIG weld it all together, and that thing it'll be a beast. Hey, James Myers, welcome to our sTEaD Talk. If we were going to die without meds, how did humanity make it this far? Natural food and remedies have been proven to help us stay healthy and for a lot longer than, modern medicine. If anything,
Yeah.
it's like preservatives, and now that we know how to get penicillin, we can all make penicillin,
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually a big fan of colloidal silver. Colloidal silver is phenomenal for so many different uses. Yeah. Yeah. And copper's bendy too. Nice. All right. Oh yeah, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. I get in here and I get on my soapbox and I forget all of the fundamental things that they teach you in YouTube school. I'm just glad that I've got some seasoned professionals here to keep me on track. You guys are awesome.
Oh, that was funny. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
Yep, already have 2 very secure places to go if need be. That's great. It's a great position to be in. Merlin, you want to come say hi? You want to come say hi? Come up here, mommy. Yeah, come on up. The fan's in the way. Yeah, as One Day at a Time Farmstead said, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Yeah, no lead solder or even silver solder. It's just not it's not nearly as strong. And if you can develop some pretty big pressures in those things. A lot of the pressurized parts though are actually made to fail if they have over pressurization. Meh. Yeah, but don't drink it all the time or you become a smurg. Mm-hmm. Old ways gardening and prepping. Yeah, I used to make colloidal silver generators and shoot them out to people. There's really nothing like it. We experienced some really kind of like almost miraculous things with it. We had a dog once. There's a story about my colloidal silver. We had a dog that we came home and it was like laying all sideways, and I could see it still had the fangs stuck in its neck. It had been bit in the neck by a rattlesnake, and it was having a rough go. And I had a gallon of colloidal silver that I had made up, and I dumped it all over their face, got a bunch down his throat, and then I just soaked his neck in it for like a good hour. He made it through, and then by like a day later, he was back to normal. Like, it was crazy. Yeah, anyway, colloidal silver.
I was wondering if you meant Smurf larks. But Smurg was fun to say.
Smurg. Yeah, as long as I'm Papa Smurf,
Although that's actually sort of an old wives' tale.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah. There was a guy that did turn all blue like that, but he was actually consuming the silver nitrate.
Yeah.
Because that's actually where you'd get blue pigment in pictures and that kind of stuff. And he worked at Kodak for 30 years or something like that. So
he had a good start.
He had a good start. He had a toxic system. I used to drink it by the pint. And if you can tell, I'm still as pasty as ever.
Used to make awesome lotions too.
Oh yeah, I made Kerry butter.
I still miss that.
I made John Beardsley beard batter. For a beard better than a bear with a bee as his barber, I guarantee it. That was the tagline for that.
Oh, neat. Back to good.
Oh yeah, for sure. Big fan of colloidal silver here too.
Nice.
Just had a big dose a few days ago. Yeah, nice. One thing that a lot of people didn't know they could use it for. If you go swimming in in a lake or a river, there's all these parasites and contaminants and bacteria and all this other stuff. You drop colloidal silver in your eyes and in your ears, you're good. Yep. I've been working for peanuts so long, I asked for pecans as a raise, but all they gave me was a ladder to climb into the truck. See, we're probably going to need people to sew each other up.
Go.
I know with my mouth, I'm going to get a black eye or two. I'm going to have a bloody, only use clamps or oatmeal paste to seal those copper pipes. Yeah, that's the thing. On the pressurized parts of the still, it needs to be able to pop loose if the pressure grows too high. You can put a pressure relief valve in, but if it fails, then you've got what's called a BLEVE, a boiling liquid vapor explosion, and those are no good. It's super easy. Actually, yeah, it's super easy. You can do it with 3 9-volt batteries, or you can even do it with a 12-volt wall wart. Like the AC adapters. Super duper easy. Slightly acerbic. I brew beer, but I definitely don't have any distilling at home. Do any distilling at home? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's something that could be traded in the future. It's a fuel. It's an antiseptic. I mean, there's lots of uses for the high test stuff,
I don't know very much about this stuff, so I'm just listening.
Yeah. See, sometimes we just I'll get on a soapbox and, or I'll nerd out on something. Some of these subjects I just nerd out on. Yeah, I'll tell you more. Colloidal silver is like the greatest antiseptic that's ever been invented. They say old timers used to have a couple of silver coins and throw them in their drinking water, big cisterns, or in milk, and it'll make it last forever. This was the good silver back in the day. So, need to do a video on the colloidal silver generator then. Yeah, that would be fun. I actually do have a video lurking around the internet somewhere from about 8 or 9 years ago. That was colloidal silver.
Only you can't find it on Facebook anymore because Facebook decided it was...
Oh, it was false or misleading information. Yeah, so it's the good stuff.
Yeah, it's... Yeah.
Yeah, make nano ionic colloidal silver. See, I was more of the 500 ppm kind of a guy. I like the silver real strong. Yeah, just mark a 7 in the sand. We will see you from our flyover. Oh, interesting. Massive amounts of vitamin C for snakebite. Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah, Egeria is actually from the exposure of not silver, because silver colloids aren't silver nitrate, and silver nitrate is what makes you turn blue. Yeah. Yeah, he totally was, and he was just up running around the next day. It was crazy. Yeah, that's a silver nitrate. He worked at Kodak and the chemicals that they used to make the color blue. Silver nitrate. Now, oddly enough, when doctors treat burns, they use silver nitrate. I don't understand why, but maybe I don't get art. Yeah, it's the good stuff. Colloidal silver is amazing. You can clean anything with it, too. You know what? I think I need to start taking a lot more vitamin C because I'm inflamed. Can't you guys tell by the way the video's going tonight? I'm inflamed.
Your joints.
My joints are inflamed. Yeah.
Yeah.
My hip is like really freaking bothering me, guys. Yeah, exactly. That's the silver salts are silver nitrate. It's an extract of pure silver by using nitric acid. Yeah, clay on the distillery. I've also seen like corn mash used, or just, straight up cornstarch.
Nice.
You wet it, make a paste, and stick it all together. But all of the parts that are, for like the what do they call that? Where you actually heat up the mash. That part, I want to TIG weld the whole thing together. It'd be beautiful. Beautiful. Hey, thank you so much, Custom Screen Printing. That's awesome.
Sweet.
Yeah, and you'd also have to have, there's a bacterial infection I'm sorry, a toxin that you have to have present in your system for it to create the environment to be able to get you Ageria. It's super, super rare. Nice. I'll watch that.
Sweet. Lisa, that
Yeah.
would be a good one to watch to learn more about it once well, there's other stuff out there too.
Yeah, see, I would like to I like to make it in concentrate. If you get it above 500 parts per million, it'll last a lot longer. It doesn't turn that color, that like purplish color. Which is what I like about that. But then you can just dose it down into some distilled water and you're good. Yeah, they keep trying to like get me to come over there and post videos, and I have no interest. I likes my YouTubes and I likes my TikToks, and that's that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all safe and proper amounts. Ooh, medical staples. Nice.
That's fun and important.
Awesome, Lisa. Yeah, there's a lot of great information out there. It gets censored, though, because it's directly opposed to pharmaceutical information. So,
And they're bringing in lots of this.
nice.
Ooh, yummy. Oh, that sounds so good.
Does sound so good. Custom Screen Printing, you have a fantastic evening. Thank you for sharing the live, and thank you for coming to our stud talk. It was really nice having you here. Pop back by anytime. Oh yeah, for inflammation, turmeric is great. I think we have a container of turmeric somewhere.
Yep.
Also eating more natural plants. So many have anti-inflammatory properties. I'm going to tell you a little thing that I learned too. I was on the carnivore diet for like 2 months, and within the first month, like every ache and pain went away. All of the swelling in my body. I was way less potato shaped. Which I know you love it when I'm potato shaped. So I don't know if that was good, but all of the swelling went away and everything else. I never felt better in my life. I felt thoroughly lubricated. Like when I would move my joints around, I didn't hear any weird noises like sandpaper to sandpaper. Unfortunately, it's extremely expensive to eat that way. And so in an effort to not pay money for all of that crap, that's why we should get a cow. Then I could be.
That's what I'm saying.
Then I could do carnivore.
I actually want a cow more than I want anything else.
No, I want pigs more than I want anything else.
Well, except
bacon
for
is meat candy.
I don't think I wouldn't get as like friendly with pigs. I mean, we had them before, and it was like, all right, fine. But a cow, I'd be like, I'm gonna eat you. But that's what I want them for.
Oh, interesting. On your still, if you're using it to clean water, you just boil the water and let it run through. You end up with distilled water. But then you need to add something to it, like you can do Hawaiian pink salt, or just a a couple of grains of like Epsom salt, magnesium salt, because if there's no minerals in the water that you drink, it will suck the minerals out of your body, and it can lead to all kinds of problems. Not a doctor. Ooh, it's time for Cajun boiled peanuts and more lurking now.
Oh, man.
It does sound fantastic.
Awesome.
Yep, I think we're going to wrap it up here pretty soon. Oh, apple cider vinegar. Yeah, it's good for inflammation and many other things.
Mm-hmm.
With Mother, the good stuff. Yeah, it's crazy. I've been feeling like this, but I'm the type that just kind of like keeps going and going and going, and someone needs to stop me and go, okay, you just need to do this and this and this, and then I don't have to listen to you complain anymore. And since nobody's doing that,
You're gonna listen to me if I say do this.
That's why it's like sneaking broccoli into the kids' tacos or whatever, you just got to sneak it in on me. I'll be like, ooh, what's that? And you're like, nothing.
Just brushes it to the side anyway.
Oh, I could make a video. Don't make any health claims. Talking in code. I can just be like, yeah, so I'm out here in the storage unit. Mm-hmm. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Well, we'll just all we'll pile into when you do that video. You should have a premiere, and then we can all go and sit there and watch and chat with you on it.
Oh, that'd be fun.
It would be fun.
Pig.
Pig. Yeah, it's just I want a cow more than anything. Pig.
Pig. Bacon does make everything better.
It does.
I love bacon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice. Yep.
Yeah, I do want a cow for milk too.
Our old profile picture was a cartoon donkey, and I wanted a donkey so bad.
Yeah.
Yep. Then get a milk cow, breed the other cow for beef, milk the milk cow, and keep as a pet. Compromise.
I like that.
I like it.
Yeah.
Barter.
Yeah. We just need a barter for hay. They eat a lot.
Yeah, they do.
We don't have any substantial.
Yeah, we don't have any grazing.
Yeah.
Not yet, at least. A couple more years of putting down something for grass to grow on.
Moving pigs around.
Oh, bone broth for collagen for your joints. See, these are all the good ideas. The grapefruit is the reason I'm never sick. Grapefruit has a higher yield of vitamin C than oranges, and I'd rather have pigs or hogs than cows. Yup.
Nice. I'll take either. I will be happy either way.
Oops, excuse me, read that.
I heard baking soda to add for balancing the alkalinity, and Celtic pink or Redmond salt to add the minerals.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. I used to work for a company that started the whole craze of the alkaline, negatively ionized bottled water, and that is definitely something to take into consideration. The pH. Yeah, well, if it's rocking. Yeah, we'll keep those to ourselves.
Yeah, I think you wouldn't hear from us on this platform again.
Excuse me. Ooh, miniature cows are a thing, and they're they need far less land to graze and roam on. You know who's a really great source for that information actually is Sweetbriar Homestead. Sweetbriar Farms in Michigan. They're
Do they have miniature?
They have Dexters, but they have miniature Dexters as well, which are kind of a dual purpose.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh.
More collagen in your bone broth by adding chicken feet in it. Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah. Custom screen printing is an awesome person. If you're not subscribed to him, you should be. He's a great friend and supporter and a genuine person. I've watched a bunch of his live streams, and he's a great guy. He's just all about promoting other people, and I just love that.
That's awesome. Ah,
Yeah, we have that behind a paywall, so we give most of our knowledge away for free, but I've actually I don't think I've ever tried it actually, slightly acerbic.
yeah, I haven't. I'll try anything once.
She will.
You're on a roll tonight.
That was getting you back for your comeback earlier. I mean,
Getting me back.
not that I needed to get you back.
Did I say something?
Oh no, it was me that said the thing about the. Anyway,
You're getting me back for something.
I'm getting you back for something I said earlier. So.
Well, I hope you feel better.
Yeah. Right.
Oh man,
It's too funny. Well, guys, it has been a blast as always. And we did actually talk about the thing I wanted to talk about tonight, which was amazing. And I think it's because you guys kept me on subject. You're like, hey, what about the bartering thing? And so that's fantastic.
Oh, nice, Steven.
Oh, Steven. Okay, guys.
You're a bird.
I had barbecue pig's feet this weekend. I mean, there's no part of the pig that I've had so far that I don't love, so I don't know. What is that? Is it something that should go up on the screen?
I'm
not sure.
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Because I don't know what these are, you're going to have to explain.
No, don't explain.
And then we're going to... All right. Mama Al, you have a great night, and thank you for coming to our sTEaD Talk.
Yeah, you have a good rest of your night.
Mm-hmm. My grandfather used to eat pickled pig's feet.
Huh.
I just never liked it. Maybe if it was true beans. Sweet. Yeah.
Huh.
So, as I was saying, it has been a blast. I absolutely love sitting here and talking with you guys on Wednesday night. It's something that I look forward to from Thursday on. So, yeah. I don't know if I should Google them larks. You're gonna get me in trouble here. I'm gonna end up with a bunch of ads for things I don't.
They are foods.
Oh, they are foods. Okay.
So, then if it was a food on a plate, give it a go.
I'll give it a go.
I was raised, try it. If you don't like it, you don't have to finish it, but you at least have to try. I always thought that was a good motto, which is when my dad regretted having me try crab and lobster, because I was like, this is amazing. Can I have more?
Yeah, it has been fun. Homestead Aquarius, I always love hanging out with you guys. So you guys have a fantastic night. Have a fantastic week. Check out all the different people that you saw in the comments there. If they have pages, check them out. Check out their videos and throw them some support. We're gonna go answer more comments on TikTok because that seems to be what my time is being consumed by right now, which I love and appreciate. And I'm having fun doing it. So you guys have a fantastic week. We will see you next week, same time for sTEaD Talks. Anything?
Thanks for joining us tonight on
and thank you for coming to our sTEaD Talk.
Talks.
Good night.
Bye, guys.